Here we are back in the Jonas Winter Whale Clubbing Tour, and we're at a bit of a crossroads as to what to do with Herman Watson. But I think it is time for him to take a breakaway, because this will be a risk-free venture. We've got the team time trial where he won't be doing any of the pulling, and then a rest day coming up. And I would have liked a larger breakaway group so we wouldn't have to take as many pulls, but having only one opponent who has no attack points makes it a lot easier for us to get mountain points. And he's also not interested in the mountain jersey, so no issues just taking us over that summit and getting another 3 points. The chase behind has been slow enough that we did get to this final mountain rating, and I think it's time we jump it, say goodbye to Lopez, and whatever happens, happens. If the group is playing games, I think Watson just has to follow through, because there is a chance he could win this stage. Especially if that's all the peloton's got. If they can't jump this, then Watson's got a big lead. Nope, someone jumped it. Well, nope, that's it. Could not emerge with the peloton after all of that, so looking at the composition of this sprint, I don't think we have to move Winter at all, because I'm pretty sure Heinrich's going to be the big move here. And yep, there's the move I was expecting. Ward can actually build up 1 point of velocity. That's better for Winter, because we are a little bit further up in the sprint than I would have liked, but I knew that Winter would also be able to build up a lot of momentum himself. Like, he can potentially do 4 points. Bruce Phillips is here, so we might as well dump our entire load. Yeah, see, because Phillips might not have. Thanks to that stage, we do get the mountain jersey on tiebreak already, because we are still positioned well in the GC, though we're going to have to discard any hopes of winning the competition. So I want Ward to do the early relays, and then once we get past this second technical sector, I'll have either Winter or Campbell take over, depending on how fresh Campbell is. Winter is faster when it's downhill, because he just has more attack per turn in the first place. And in the end, Ward is going to come back for one more run at the finish, so now we just wait and see, because it looks like we're only going to get top 5 at best here, which, if so, could have been worse. And it was 7th in the end. Same time as Brainbender, but we started after them, and the game gives preference to whichever rider or team started first. So into the rest day. Basically how it works is it's as if you rode a stage that is 0 nodes long, so you get your recovery events. Yeah, I can already tell this one's going to the break. We're almost 3 turns down. There's no urgency in the chase at all. Even if there was urgency, I don't think anyone's strong enough to bring Gerhard Horn back on this terrain. Doesn't seem to have stopped the peloton from having a go at it. It's down to 2.5 turns and not a lot of distance when you look at it. Serrano's still got some energy left in him, but he's got to empty the tank right away and leave Horn behind, which he hasn't done, so the pack's going to get even closer, and it looks like they may lose a 3.5 turn lead, which really shouldn't be happening. The breakaway should have had this stage win. I think I'm going to try Josh Jones's wheel for this one. That's a surprisingly slow move, and Serrano's going to get got. That turned out to be a pretty good wheel to take. Even though Jones only got to here, it means that I don't think I even need my velocity, because Bruce Phillips only had 5 sprint points himself. I'm disappointed for Serrano. I genuinely wanted to give that stage to the breakaway, but when it came time for them to capitalise on the big advantage they'd gained. They just didn't. Well, this is going to be a pretty boring stage until we get to this finish. This is a surprisingly difficult finish for a stage rated as flat. Starting to wonder if I gave up on the yellow jersey too soon with Watson, because he could potentially break today and break again tomorrow. Ironically, the finish was too difficult, and the relay played this really smart. They put us far enough away from the foot of the climb that there was no way we could have set this up for Watson even if we tried. Unless... no, Watson can't actually follow. It's a real shame. If he had more speed, he would have launched a thermonuclear attack on this field and probably run away with the stage. Nah, the peloton did get to this node. I think Watson would have been caught either way, because I'm not sure I would have pedalled past this. I think we already have a pretty decent position for this sprint. I'll go behind Ilgauskas. I don't want to jump out of the relay, because then everyone else would have jumped me and I wouldn't have been able to sprint at all. Just worried for a moment that we end up getting beat because that wasn't a powerful enough lead out, but we can just do this. Bang. That momentum blocks the faster relay. Probably also momentum blocks any sprint over the top. Yeah. Taleb, we needed that extra momentum. It's a stage like this where I would have liked to have still been in GC contention, because I think I can gain time on these guys. But our approach to this stage is the same either way. Watson's going to try and get the stage win. Now, because we're going after the stage win rather than intermediate sprints, we are sacrificing the virtual mountain jersey for a bit. Lopez is our lone escapee today, and he is now on 12 points. But he's also out of attack points, so he is not going to factor into the finish at all. Well, this is it. We're lined up for the final 1-2 punch. We did catch Lopez before this climb. Maybe not as challenging a stage as it looked in the stage preview. There is still been quite a bit of flat, and it is a relatively short stage too. We are seeing splits. Not everyone's got the pace in them to follow this front group. Only to watch them go back past us. Ward is going to get left behind, and it's as if we didn't do anything at all. I don't think we can win the stage anymore. It would have been a good time for me to go into the relay, but I second guessed myself, and now Watson's been shuffled all the way to the back. I mean, it was either lose like this or lose to Alvaro Serrano anyway. It's probably actually better that we just mark Serrano's move up this climb, because at least it means we'll get the fastest possible finish. Or Serrano could just not kick at all for some reason and make me look like a fool. So that's a real bummer, because we gave up the mountain jersey to try for a breakaway stage win and ended up getting nothing. Ironically, a flat specialist ended up winning that mountain sprint. We're only going to get one chance to get the mountain jersey back. That comes next stage. We have to blitz this climb and make sure Lopez doesn't score any points himself. What weirds me out though is that this late into the game, the yellow jersey's still going into relays early like a helper rider. It's like the game can't recognise that, hey, this is a flat tour. Someone who would normally be the domestique is actually leading, and will stay that way if you don't do anything stupid. Well, this relay isn't going to last. It's definitely going to get attacked over, and they're not going to get a catch-up move. And well, screw it, I'm on my way. Worst that happens is that we get caught and we just don't win the stage, but we've already won enough stages in this tour. I have a feeling we're about to get got, because we still need 2 full moves to get to the finish line. One from Winter and Watson, maybe? Oh, they went short. and only a small group has managed to get away. So you know what? Winter, you've won enough stages. I'm actually going to let Watson have this one if we do. Yes, we did! We got the 1-2 off a breakaway. We gained time on the field on a pancake stage. Not what I was expecting. Also, with a long stage following that tough mountain day, we're actually going to see casualties in this tour for the first time. At least this group at the back is going to fail. Probably this rider too. No, they just get across. The plan is simple. Get to the top first with Watson and make sure Perez doesn't finish top 3. For this, I think it would be best for us to be at the front of the P1 group, because if we have to follow someone else's attack, there's a chance that we don't sprint past them afterwards. Whereas if we are the ones that initiate the breakaway, they have to be sprinting past us if they want the points. That is assuming we can even get around, which we can't. So no mountain jersey for us, only that stage win last stage. This is going to be an awkward sprint now because I just got repositioned behind by everyone. Might not win this one then, because I don't think the lead out's going to be strong enough either. Oh nah, it's a good enough lead out from Sumner. Do I just let the field have this one and win the final stage? I think that's what I'm going to do with Winter actually. Nah, I'm good. Let's let them have this one. When you've already won what I believe is 7 stages, yes, 7 stages, you have the luxury of just not caring about stage wins, because you already have had a successful tour and an unassailable points lead. I had to think about this for a while actually, because I just realized there was a chance we could get done here by an attack to this node, but Sean Watson's only got a plus 18 in him, and this is exactly a plus 18. By which I meant the node I was pointing at was a plus 18. A plus 19 would have been required to actually break away there. Well, I see a lot of tired legs here, so I think we're just going to do a lead out train. We're going to have Campbell as the proper lead out. Oh, that is assuming we can actually reach, which we can't actually do so. It means we're in an awkward place where Winter actually has to open up the sprint from the very tip. Otherwise, someone's just going to go over the top of him. Elgauskas most likely. Yeah, we don't have a choice here. We just got to do this and this. But what the heck? I knew that there was a chance of that happening though, because I saw that the rider directly behind us had no attack points. Next guy didn't have much attack either. A real chance for everyone to trip over each other and result in Winter somehow managing to do whatever that was. By the way, if we discard that 0.7 of a turn we lost on stage 7, Watson would have been 4th, and I reckon if I played it smarter I would have podiumed, because I would have actually tried to protect Watson's GC position. So that is a promising sign for when we come back to this tour in a future season looking for the Grand Slam. Ah, that is painful though. 2% short of a level up before the Gazmir that would have given us a chance to take level 2 climbing just in time for this big event. Looks like... Oh, okay. Welcome to Everyone Dies. Next time.